pay for my food here. But this is about the first time I crashed. I wouldn't really, well, yeah, no, I crashed. At least I wasn't under power, but we'll get there. It was actually one of my first major movements of a yacht because this was 35 foot. And I left Huntington Harbor. I only had one of two motors running at the time. And I checked my fuel levels and everything was good. And I thought I would stop off at the fuel dock and fill up. So I came into the fuel dock, and this was a 35-foot custom hydrocraft. It's a catamaran motor yacht, no sails. So I have two outboards on the back of the boat. And I did not know. Normally, when you put a boat in drive and or an outboard, a little clip comes down and grabs the transom, so that if you put it in reverse, or when you put it in reverse, that thing goes up when you go into drive, but when you put it in reverse, it locks down so that the motors don't rise out. Well, this didn't have that. You actually had to put a bolt in place on the transom. It's crazy. So you put it in reverse and the motors will just go because it's outboard motors. They'll just float on the top of the water. Well, I didn't know. And I went to the fuel dock, and I'm coming into the fuel dock, and I'm going slow, and I put it in reverse because it's time to slow down. And the boat's not slowing down, and I'm just going, and you can hear the motor just going, it's out of the... And I hit the fuel dock, and they had all the tied up fenders, and I just and knocked all the fenders down. Oh, and that's not the first time I crashed the boat, because that's just on the way, and I haven't crashed the boat yet. This is just the beginning of the story. So I just decided, you know what? I have enough fuel on board. I'm gonna make it. It's Huntington Beach to Newport Beach. It's not that far. I'm not gonna burn that much fuel. I'm gonna go for it. So I take off, and I'm like, as soon as I go under the bridge, the fuel tank dies. And I knew I had an extra tank, and I had to just transfer from one tank to the other. But as I'm trying to transfer from one tank to the other, it died right as I was going underneath the bridge. And I have no motor, and the boat just goes, boom, hits the bridge. Well, obviously, this is a big concrete structure. It's not like this thing that happened out in Baltimore, Maryland, wherever. Wow. It just... It got me.
I have double of frying a large Arnold Palmer.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. So I'm paying for my In-N-Out burger. I'm in California. So then, hi, or Tiff. Oh, Splash 08291. I guess that's going to be your area code. I don't know. I'll have to look up and see where you're from. So then, after I get the other take on, I head out and I get out to sea. I'm at sea and I'm headed down to Newport. And I don't get maybe 3 miles from Huntington Harbor entrance. I'm not far at all. And it freaking dies again. Because when I put it onto the new tank, I forgot to open the breather. It did a vapor lock. So now I'm drifting into shore. I understand I'm really young. So it's not like... And I'm like, oh no! So I go and I'm like, what's it doing? So I squeeze the little ball, prime the motor again, and it fires right up. And I'm, oh great! And I head straight out to sea. I got to figure out what's going on. There's something wrong with this tank. I'm just going to take the... Oh, hi.
Can we catch up?
Yes, please. I'm going to take the fuel out of this tank and put it in the good tank, because this tank's not working. And it was so hard to open up that fuel tank. Yeah. As soon as it opened, you knew what happened because as soon as I finally cracked it, it was real hard. It goes, whoop, and it just sucked all that air in. I'm like, breather valve. So now I've crashed into the fuel dock. I've crashed into the bridge. And now I'm going into Newport Harbor. And I'm getting up to my dock that I just got. And now I'm trying to go into this dock. But I still don't understand why the motors aren't backing up. Because, it's so... You're at the helm. Now I got to run... this is a 35-foot yacht. And I'm not even crashing into anything. I'm going in. And it won't go. And I just can't get it in. And it's because the stupid motor keeps coming out of the water. Finally, I turn around and I can see like the cowling of the motor just bouncing. And I'm like, son of a bitch, the thing's not locked down. So I jump out and I go out in the middle of the, I'm in like a channel, but I go out in the middle of the channel and I can only, look at things for maybe 15, 20 seconds. You got to look up every 15, 20 seconds so the wind will just blow you into something. And I finally figured it out. And I had to find a bolt and put it into the, from the motor onto the transom. And then it wouldn't. And then I was good. Took that boat right into the slip. But man, that's Walt's first. Come on, I was in my 20s. Crashed into the fuel dock, crashed into the bridge, almost crashed into the slip that I just started renting. What a great way to show up in your new home. And actually, a guy watched me struggle for the 15 minutes I was trying to come in. And he came down to the dock and he goes, "You want me to give it a try?" I'm like, "No, I got it. I got to figure it out." At that point, I had figured it out. But yeah, that was it. Lunchtime now. You guys have a great day. Glad to have you. Like, subscribe. More stories coming your way. Bye.